Hello everyone, I'm Denise Love, and today I want to bring you along on one of my experiments. I had somebody mention with the granulation medium by Winsor Newton that I should try that with acrylic ink, and I thought, ooh, I love acrylic ink, we should try that. And so today I've been experimenting with the medium and the ink, and I've just brought you along with these experiments. I want to start doing some art supply deep dives with you guys and just seeing what if we did this or what if we did that. And today's painting session is one of those. So if you've got the medium or you were already thinking about the medium with the watercolor video that I did, definitely check this out. Now there's more things to do with this medium, and you're gonna want it in like the gallon size, because I want it in like the gallon size. I don't know if it comes in that size, but I feel like I need it. So I hope you have fun painting with me today. So let's get started. Somebody mentioned to me the other day when I was using the super fun Winsor Newton Granulation Medium and doing that video kind of talking about it with watercolor. Somebody made the comment, you should try that with acrylic inks. So I thought I'd come up here and experiment today at my art table with some acrylic inks, and I've just pulled out some pinks and oranges because I thought I want to do a pink and orange piece. I like those colors. And then I noticed, you know, with the acrylic inks, and maybe it's just I hadn't found it, but they don't make like a good orange. So I'm going to try Indian Yellow FW. This is the Amsterdam Quinacridone Rose. This is Quinacridone Rose Light, and this is Light Rose. And then I've got this color, which is not quite orange, but it's red oxide. And I've got some white FW ink. And then we'll just see what we get. I may do some mark making after we're done, but I thought, let's just see what we get. So I've put out a little bit of this granulation medium in a little paint pot. And I'm just using some Canson Heritage 100% cotton 140-pound cold press paper because I had a couple sheets left over from another project, and I thought, let's just play. And I'm going to probably use a favorite paintbrush. I may get some of these others out in a moment. This is my favorite one, the Raphael Soft Aqua size 0. Got some water over here just to get that damp. And let's just paint and see what we get. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe spread the granulation medium on my paper as if it were water, and just see if I drop the paint colors in there, because I like to drop ink in and just see what it does. So I think I'm going to do that and organically see where it goes. So let me just open my inks up, and usually when I do this I make sure I shake them all and I squeeze the top of the dauber, because if you've let these sit for a while, then paint is up in there that's really thick. It kind of dries out a little bit. So go ahead and squeeze that top of that dauber really good, and make sure that you're not surprised when you dip out a glob of paint accidentally, which I have done. Oh yeah, and you can feel it too when you get a good kind of thickness of paint go out of there. Alright, so let's just use this like it were water, and I'm going to spread some of this on here and then just dip color and see what we get. And I may add some more to this and just spread that around. So it's a little thicker really than water. I'm not getting the spread, or I haven't used enough to get it to spread. Very interesting. So I might go ahead and get some more as I sprinkle it around. But I'm gonna just see what I get. You know, a lot of times with supplies like this, I like to just experiment and say, what if I did this? What could I get? What will it do? Let's go back with some of this crazy color. Just kind of doing here like we're almost mark making. like that one. Just kind of spreading some around there. So I think what I'll do, let that kind of dry and start doing its thing. I'm going to put a little more of the medium out here. Oop, that was way more than I intended. It just takes a little. But I do want more on the paper. So let's just really get this on this paper. And I could put these on like a little paint palette. Actually, let's do the whole paper. Let's just really get this in here. And I could put the paint on a paint palette and spread it around that way, but I don't know. I tend to look at that. I tend to like to see what the ink will do if I spread it out on paper a little more organically. And I'm just going to use this and no water. I just want to see what can we get? What will it do? Look at that. I am washing my brush out in water though, which I can see the paint kind of sticks to the brush a little differently than it does with the water. That's very interesting. Look at that, such pretty colors. All right, let's do this orange. I can see there are some areas that this ink separates. Super cool. Like I can see the separations going right through here. Wait until this dries and we'll see what we get. That's kind of amazing. And I think I'm going to go with some white. And my white doesn't seem to want to give me any in the stopper. So if you have this problem where your stoppers don't seem to gather up any paint, use some of these pipettes, because the pipette will definitely soak in some paint. Let's do some mark making and watch some of the granulation or the separation. I'm really calling it separation here with the inks because that's more of what it's really doing. It's giving me some super cool, just really separating that ink out, which is super cool. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up a little bit because look at what this white right here is doing. Do you see all this yumminess that that white is doing? That's really kind of beautiful. Super cool. Let's go with some white over here now that I got some in my pipette. Let's just see. Do a little mark making over here. Why not? And we might even like right now. Oh, whoa, look at this. Let's drag this and make some lines. That was really cool right there. Oh, super fun. I got some bubbles, but they'll pop. I hope they'll pop. Look at that. Let's just pop those. That was fun there. All right, so then I just kind of do the pipette in my water over there, and that just kind of cleans the pipette out so that we can keep on using it later. And I just got these off of Amazon. They're amazing. Let's pop that bubble. So let's let this dry, and then I might mark make on top of these, but these are pretty cool. So I'm gonna let them dry and I'll be back. All right, we're like 99% dry. There may be a spot or so. But wait until you see what this stuff did. It made the very coolest crackling, kind of right in here especially, and some scaling kind of, and it really made the ink separate in ways that it doesn't normally separate. It made the coolest effects as we went along, and where I kind of dragged color in. Like, look at that right up there. Coolest section ever. So what I did was I just used this granulation medium in place of where I would normally use water in my brush. So however it is that you're using water, just give this stuff a try. Look at this area right here. I just looked down and look at all of that yumminess. It's like the coolest stuff. Now you have 2 uses at least for the medium, and I'm going to finish these out as little abstracts. So I'm going to use some little stencils. This is one of my favorite, and I don't see a name on it, so I'm sorry. I'm not sure where it came from, but I love it. And I'm going to use some punchinella. This just looks like little blocks, so look around at your favorite stencil sources and just find stencils that you think you're gonna love. But I love this one, and I've just pulled out some little acrylic paints. So I've got some Arteza. I like these because they're kind of cheap and they give you a ton of colors, and yummy. I love the variety. And then if you really love a color, then you can buy a big one. This is neon pink, and now that I got it out, it actually is kind of neon, so I think I am not going to use that. I'm kind of feeling more like, oh, how about magenta? Because I don't quite want, oh yeah, magenta. All right, we're going to do magenta. And this one is orange yellow. Let's take a look at what this is. And I'm going to use some gold, because what is doing a piece of art for me without adding some gold? I'm into the gold. Whatever you figure out that you like, do more of that. Okay, so I need a vote button here. Should I do some of this in the magenta on here or the orange? I'm kind of feeling the orange. I want it to contrast. I want to see it. And I just, ooh, that is definitely some orange. Let's see. But look how cool it is. Wow! That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, let's go for the orange over here too. Oh my goodness, that was exactly, I didn't want that crooked, but oh well. Probably did it crooked the other way. Ooh! Oh my goodness. Oh! I love when you're like, oh yeah, that did it, that did it. I kind of want, let's get another sponge. And these are just art sponges. These are little circle sponges that I cut into 4s because they wash out really nicely and they're perfect for stencils. You want a dry stencil with the stencils. A dry sponge, drier paint, and a dry stencil. And then when you do that, you get perfect stencil marks every time. So I'm kind of feeling like magenta over here, maybe just some, oh, look at that. Oh, that did it. Oh, oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I did not used to have this much fun painting, but when you finally figure out, look at that, how you like to paint. Like I like intuitive painting, I like testing new supplies out, I like experimenting with colors. When you finally figure out, I almost feel like this doesn't need gold, maybe this needs white. I almost feel like when you figure those things out, do more of that. And so now I like being surprised when I'm done. I don't want to know what I'm going to get, and that makes me create better pieces when I'm done. I don't know, do I want gold? I kind of maybe do want gold. Let's just do it. I'm crazy. I'm a nut. All right, let's just do the gold. This is my favorite. I got a dip pen. This is my Kakamori brass nib. Somebody always asks, what is that pen? Because it does circles. Holds a lot of ink and it lets me do amazing things. And you can use a regular dip pen. This one's kind of pricey, but it is my very favorite, so I use it every chance I get. All right, so ended up getting a little gold over here and then a little of the white ink over here because I thought maybe we'll do something a little bit different there on the other side just to see what we get. And let's peel the tape and see what these look like. Favorite part is peeling the tape because even when I doubt myself, I end up surprised when I peel the tape and you're like revealing the piece like it's finished. It's a finished piece of art. So looks like that medium will sneak under our tape. Good to know because it's snuck under our tape. But look at this piece. Oh, this is a favorite. I can tell already. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I should have done both these that way, but that's okay. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at the detail that extra bit of granulating, separating, scaling. Look at all that crackling that medium added in there right up here. You can kind of see everything that added to that piece as we get up close. Super cool! This one, I added the gold. I like the way it shines, but now I wish I had done the white. So you're always going to do a few things that you're like, huh, maybe I should have done this instead. But it's just fun things to learn new techniques. I hope you enjoy experimenting with this medium because this is crazy cool. And if you love these videos, give me a subscribe here on my channel, and I'll see you next time.